You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music. Ah.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with the power recap. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here, and y'all probably gonna look at me crazy when I say this, but man, after watching this episode here, I got to say this, man. I got to. Tariq is my new favorite character. Just bear with me for a second. Look, I took notes, but I just think it's gonna be a complete reaction video, how I just reacted to the show. You know what I'm saying? And now don't get me wrong, Tariq can't act. You know what I'm saying? Because even in a couple scenes where he was trying to make it seem like it was, treating him bad, he really wanted to come home, etc. etc. He does a bad job of, acting those scenes out. But him just being snarky, grown, aggravating, he my favorite character this season. He is. I'm sorry, and y'all, you ain't gonna talk me out of that, so don't even try. So let's get this thing started. So we find out this episode that Tariq is behind the kidnapping with Vincent, and it is Tariq's idea to stick his mom and dad and Tommy for $2 million and split it right down the middle with Vincent. Now, the little rascal is slick because, and he ain't done with Effie. I just want Effie to know if she out here in these streets tricking at the school, he coming for you. You feel me? My boy coming for you. He my boy now, exactly. So, Tariq was smart enough to say, I need me $1 million. What's the quickest way to get it? And I hope this video don't be long, but y'all bear with me. So Tariq said, what I'm gonna do is replace these pills that I'm supplying Vincent with aspirin, and he gonna come for me, and then I'm gonna put this whole plan into rotation on how he as well as myself can get $1 million each from my parents and my Uncle Tommy. Now listen, y'all cannot tell me that ain't genius. I can't stand the little boy, but he is by far my favorite character. So let's get into the Tariq storyline this episode, then we'll branch off and go from there. So now, I told you guys last week, I'm not a fan of, at this point, Tommy and Ghost working together. It's just the relationship that got so messed up and Tommy moved so crazy, I'm not a fan of. But this episode, it kind of came on with Ghost and Tommy trying to figure out how they gonna get this money, and Tommy was like, I gotta get this, I can get the work from Jason and get my half, and Ghost was like, I can get my half from somebody who's very faithful and owe me a favor. So Tommy, we'll talk about Tommy. Tommy cut the check to Jason for $1 million, and basically tell his crew that he needs them to sell this product for free. Now, of course, Spanky and I forget the other guy's name, they was like, no, but BG was like, he'll do it, the kid is involved, so everything's a go on Tommy's end. Now, James' plan is to get the money from Councilman Tate. He still have the recording of him and Alfonso basically letting everybody know that Councilman Tate is, what's the word I'm looking for? He's a scam. He ain't legit. I cannot think. He's a fraud. Right? So they both get their meal apiece. Tate got his meal from his campaign money. James said he'd give it back to him in 24 hours. So now we on the road to go get Tariq back. So Ghost and Tommy, they riding together, and Ghost want to have a conversation with Tommy, like, where do we go from here? And it almost felt like they was gonna make up this episode. It almost felt like that, and I was almost ready to get pissed off. Like, for real, I was almost this close ready to get pissed off. So they basically agreed that once we get Tariq back, it is what it is. So in the midst of going to get Tariq, who I'm watching the show with my old lady, and I'm telling her, I'm saying they finna get robbed. It just felt like somebody was gonna get robbed, I promise. So lo and behold, Jason and his boys, they pull them over, take half of the money, basically for Tommy, out here working with Ghost, and Ghost not making payment for killing the guy he ended up killing for Tommy, all this, all that. And so right then and there, Tommy and Ghost both realized that Jason playing both of them. Now, and like I said, this episode kind of made me feel like they was going to make up for a second. Now, I will say this. I don't care for Jason. I hate the fact they're trying to give us Jason and introduce us Jason and, you know, try to make us care for him. I wouldn't be mad if either one of them was, if they was a team up to kill him. That's just me personally, but outside of that, I'm not down for it. So, now they only got one meal. Because Jason said he taking that one meal as payment for both of them, for the security that Tommy got, and, you know, the Ghost for killing his guy. And so they show up to Vincent with $1 million. This was probably by far the best scene on the entire show. But this is probably the best scene since Tariq went rogue. You feel what I'm saying? So they brought Tariq out, and you know, they crying and pleading like Vincent, we sorry. We had the other half, but something happened to it. We'll get you your money. We promise. Just let it go. Vincent improvised. Vincent was like, you got me all the way F up. And so Vincent had his guys bring out a little bag from the back, you know, and he put a whole bunch of apples in it, and he just started beating Tariq all in the ribs and the stomach. And you know, it was such a beautiful scene, because as I'm watching the scene, I'm saying to myself, about damn time somebody put their hands on, and what made me enjoy this scene even more was the fact that both Ghost is what as Tommy understand his lifestyle that Tariq has gotten himself caught up in, right? So they know that all they can do is sit there and watch. Now they did in the end try to get a little aggressive. It's like, we'll get you your money, but they sat there and watched. And you know, I was hoping to myself that ass whipping do something to Tariq. Make him realize that maybe this ain't for me. This lifestyle ain't for me. But it didn't. It made him go harder. So they let Tommy Ghost leave to go get their money. And Tariq was like, that wasn't part of the plan. And Vincent said, well, you told me they were going to have my money. So, you know, I had to improvise. This ain't your plan no more. This is mine. And so now we go back. I'm trying to get there, guys. So Tommy and Ghost go to Tommy's house. Of course, Keisha there. Listen, honestly, Keisha, she got to die. And the more I'm gonna get into it a little later. So Keisha there, she giving Ghost all type of attitude, and Ghost is like, you know, for whatever it's worth, Keisha, I appreciate you for helping me get my son back. Then Tasha shows up. She's asking questions, and then they let them know they got 24 hours to collect the meal. And you know, they was like, okay, well, you can't get no more product from Jason, obviously. So Tasha was like, she can get the product. Now, early in the episode, I forgot to say this, when Tasha and Keisha seen each other for the first time, when they were trying to figure out this whole Tariq situation, and they was talking about cleaning the money, Keisha didn't want Tasha to help, and this is goddamn Tasha's son. Keisha, as a mother, you got to put your personal vendetta to the side. Like, this is a mother who is trying to get her son back, and Keisha just, every episode, if Keisha don't piss y'all off, well, God bless y'all heart, because she pisses me off every single week. Moving on. So Tasha says that she could get the blow. So then and there they find out, you know, because early in the episode, Tasha pretty much told Keisha, you know, I got a little side business going on, shoulder the side business, etc., etc. So Tasha is going to go to her guy Dig to get the dope, and supposedly it was supposed to be worth $1 million, I guess, but they only got 40,000 off of it because they said he 2-star to 5-star, which didn't surprise me at all. So from this point, and you know, the team back working together with Keisha, because she's not a part of the team, it really made me feel like, man, why did these two have to fall out? But I got off that bandwagon real quick because Tommy has got to go. Tommy has to die. So anyways, moving on. So in the midst of all this going on, Blanca and some other FBI Agent Rodriguez or whoever she is, maybe that's Blanca's last name, I don't know. they both pull up. They pull up on James once, and then they pull up on Tasha. Actually, basically saying we need to question Tariq since he was at the penthouse, and the fact that the back door wasn't unlocked. We need to know why, etc., etc. Now, what killed me was the fact that it took both Ghost and Tasha to the end of the episode to realize that Tariq helped Tommy kill Proctor when the police came to them and was like, the back door of the penthouse was unlocked. And that's enough. Like, the back door is unlocked. We don't go out the back door, but whatever. So anyways, moving on. So Ghost comes up with a plan, basically saying that we gonna let Tariq, because Tasha was like, we gotta let Tariq speak to the police, yada, yada, yada. So they was just like, Ghost was like, well, one thing I know about Vincent, if we talk about the cops, he'll let Tariq do it. So he called Vincent, told Vincent the cops looking for Tariq. So Vincent said, okay, Tasha, come get him. And so Tariq went to go sit down with Blanca and the other officer and basically lied to them through their teeth and was just like, this old racist guy in the building who always saying black people don't deserve to live here, which is why I took the back door because I didn't want to run into him in the elevator like I always do, etc., etc. Now, the black officer was buying it. She was. But Blanca understands that this is James St. Patrick's son. He can lie. She wasn't going for it. And so I can't wait to see the FBI, the NYPD come after Tariq. I can't wait because, like I said, at this point, he's my favorite character now. And I can't wait to see how they deal with this. So anyways, moving on. Tasha goes as far to tell Tariq he not getting back in the truck with them. And Tariq was like, I ain't got no choice. They got eyes on Big Ma and Yaz. And so he got back in. Y'all know the rest of the story. So the crew can't come up with this plan to get the rest of this money. Basically, they gonna rob as well as sell drugs at Truth the night of Councilman Tate's fundraiser. And the backup plan is to make sure things go smoothly and they don't kill Tariq, that they'll kidnap one of Vincent guys. That way they'll have, a plan to whatever. So anyways, some leverage, excuse me. So early in the episode, Ghost went to Dre and basically told Dre what was up. We need to move this weight. And Dre was like, man, I'm working with the feds. Do you even trust me? And Ghost said, no, that's why Alfonso is coming with you. Now, moving on, Alfonso and Dre out in the corner, I guess trying to sell the work or whatever. And Dre is asking Alfonso what we waiting on. And Alfonso was like, for them to leave. And Dre was like, you ain't made for this lifestyle. And went over there and stabbed the guy. Alfonso got shook. So fast forward to the fundraiser at Truth. I just want to put Alfonso's name in the mix. Dre and Alfonso having a conversation after Alfonso dropped off the drugs to Dre or something. He dropped something off to Dre. And Dre asked him, he said, Alfonso said something slick where Dre was just like, man, if you got any other plans, you need to let me know. And Alfonso told Dre, man, I get paid either way. So when he said that, I'm looking like, what's really going on? So then as Tate, Ghost, or James, and Tasha working the crowd, the fundraiser, Spanky comes in. He opens up the back door for the other guys that work with Tommy and Alfonso, and basically Spanky, Alfonso, and the other two of Tommy guys rob Truth and everybody in there and get all the jewelry, the money, the fundraising money. So it was a great plan. After the plan gets free back. So afterwards, for whatever reason, Alfonso went on a power trip during this robbery. All the other guys left. But Alfonso, he went on a power trip for some stupid reason. He harassing Ghost for his watch. And then he see Ramona and he trying to seduce her, and Ghost pull his gun out, give it to Tate. It kind of give Tate the wink wink, because as Alfonso is speaking, Tate realized he know exactly who he is. So Ghost step up, try to talk him out of it, yada yada yada. And then next thing you know, Tate tell Alfonso to put the gun down. Alfonso looked at Tate and was ready to shoot him. So it felt deeper, and see, Ghost set this all up in motion with Alfonso because he knew Alfonso hated tape. He knew that Alfonso could get a shot on tape, he'll take it, but he also knows that he wants tape to win this race for governor. And what better way than win the race than paint Tate as a hero to save all these people at the fundraiser. So Tate ended up taking Alfonso out. Luckily he died. Hopefully he died. So we won't have to deal with him. So Tate outside doing his news press conference and all that good stuff, and Ramona having this conversation with Ghost was like, what a night, what a coincidence. Everybody would be reimbursed. Truth would be reimbursed for the damages. All the jewelry that was stolen from everybody, the insurance company would reimburse all of that. And she was just like, what a coincidence. And it almost feels like she knows that this was planned. Now, it wouldn't find out what if Ramona is living that double street life as well. And she, next episode, episodes to come, she called James out about wanting in on the street. Like, I can see that coming. But enough of them. Let's move on to Tariq. Tariq. So, also, man, this episode, like I said, Tariq has definitely became my favorite character. And it's really because that's pretty much the episode I just reviewed. That's pretty much the episode. But let me talk about Tariq for a second. Last week I talked about Tariq and we have to prove. Oh, I forgot. Let me read this. So at the swap, I almost forgot. So after the truth, they got the money. Tommy they go to the swap. Now early in the episode, Benny came to the club to pay Ghost a visit and basically thank Ghost for Tariq bringing him his niece and told him that he know how fond he was of his cousin, if he needed anything, and so Ghost asked him to move some weight, and that's all we saw, right? So moving on to the swap, the money swap, Ghost and Tommy, they take the money out, they put it down, they swap for Tariq, and all of a sudden Vincent had a plan, or Tariq had a plan, that Vincent had extra guys come so that they wouldn't give up Tariq. Now what kills me is this. Tariq thought it was going to be that easy. That once they get the money, Vincent guys show up, they take him back to quote unquote kill him, and he walk off into the sunset with $1 million. What kills me is the fact that Tariq, money is the answer to Tariq's problems. He don't care about family. He don't care about nothing or nobody but himself, and that is where his loyalty lies. And so now I feel like Tariq is moving strategically. Let me explain. Well, let me finish the scene. So then all of a sudden, Benny and his guys pull up, tell Vincent, hey, this young man brought my niece to me. I'm forever indebted to him. And so if you don't want to award my family, you're going to let him go home in one piece. Ghost speaks to Benny. Tommy speaks to Benny, and it was so very funny the way he did because earlier in the show, I forgot to mention that Ghost gave Benny the name of the guy that could possibly have killed Proctor because Proctor was, supposed to testify against him or whatever. And so I guess Benny probably didn't kill him. He probably just went to him and threatened him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So after Benny leaves, Tariq get in the car, and Tommy and Ghost have a moment. I almost felt for a second that Tommy knew. I felt like watching the show, Tommy knew Ghost knew that he killed Proctor. And that he just gave him a blessing by giving Benny somebody else. That's how I felt. But Tommy leaves, he go tell Keisha, Ghost knows I killed Proctor, and he'll probably take this harder than he took Angie's death. So this definitely means nap time is over. And Ghost goes to Tasha and tells Tasha that he knows now the way that Tommy acted and looked and spoke that he killed Proctor and Tariq helped him. So now we got this Tariq situation on our hand. This is what I want to talk about. Please. And y'all may be like, man, you giving that dumb kid too much credit, but here I go. Ghost checked Tariq's phone the night of the shooting, and he seen it. He talked to Tommy, and he pretty much put it all together. So here's the thing. And also, I forgot to mention this. Benny still has the laptop that Proctor had, with Tommy killing that agent. So we got to watch out for that. I don't think Benny's a snitch, but we can do some things to Tommy. But here I go. Tariq is moving strategically because all Tariq care about is the bottom line, that's money, right? So now Tariq has Tommy under his wing because he can kind of, hint, even though he done lied to the police, which he done plenty of times, right? Tariq can give Tommy because Tariq knows that Tommy killed Proctor. Tariq can basically give the FBI or use that against Tommy to leave him alone. You get what I'm saying? And as far as against his parents, this is how I feel. And I forgot to mention this earlier. These some broke rich people. The fact they couldn't come up with $2 million and they Ghost at one point in time supposed to be the biggest drug dealer in New York, and Tommy supposed to be the biggest drug. Like it lets you know what kind of weight they moving. So that's that. So anywho, back to Tariq. What he has on Ghost, he has everything. He's his father, and they have allowed Tariq to come into the loop as far as how things were done in the family. And so I feel like the more I'm watching this, I feel like Power Book 2 is going to be about Tariq evolution into becoming Ghost. You get what I'm saying? I do. Because it would not surprise me if this series ended with Tariq, I said it, Tariq put a bullet in all three. Tommy, his mama, and his daddy. Because we already know Tommy gonna kill Keisha. That's just coming because she getting on Tommy's nerves. We can see that. But I feel like the more and more I'm looking at Tariq's character kind of taking off into a selfish manner, into it's me and money versus the world, I can see him putting a bullet in all three of them head because he has an innocent factor in their eyes so much to the point they want to protect him. You feel what I'm saying? They want to protect him. So who it would be just so easy for Tariq to kill them. It really would. And let's be honest, if Ghost and Tommy were to be killed, the FBI would be thrilled. Tasha, that's a different story. But I can see Power Book 2 being about Tariq ascending to be Ghost. I can. That's pretty much it for this review, guys. Sorry that was longer than usual, but it was a couple things I just wanted to put out there. I feel like I got everything. Keisha got on our nerves again. Tasha got her drug kingpin or whatever with 2-star coke and all that. Tommy about to go back on the hunt against Ghost. Jason getting on our nerves. Tariq is my favorite character from this point moving forward. Ramona is definitely gonna call out Ghost for planning this heist. I see it now. I don't know what's gonna happen to Lil Yaz. Maybe Tariq will take her and teach her the drug game. I don't know, but bottom line is, I can see this show ending with Tariq putting a bullet in all three of them head. That's just what I'm saying. But I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.